What did I do to deserve this? What did I do wrong?
Let's see, shall we? Season 3. Getting your new wife pregnant and then expecting everyone to have a reaction that was absolutely wonderful, like you hadn't just gotten someone other than their mother's pregnant. The teen schmex talk. Now, I don't know, call me crazy, but telling the kids they're gonna go to hell and never have a successful relationship if they ever kiss anyone, that's a little bit much for me. Poor financial decisions that make Janelle cry over and over again. Now, there are gonna be some repetitive themes again, the general abuse, neglect, you know, that whole thing that we've got going on. Pressuring Meri about her couch when she didn't even like the couch, then getting the couch to her house and getting mad at her because she doesn't like the couch, which she still does have that couch, so there's that. This.
I've never been here with Christine before. I've never had her be so troubled in our relationship. I've loved her all my life. We've had a great relationship. We're just at a point where we have to work through some kinks.
Having always loved Christine when it's convenient, however, later, and I quote, paraphrasing, do not love her, married her for status, gross, don't eat nachos in front of me. Okay, it almost sounds like, you know, trying to save face because they got embarrassed because it very emotionally mature response. Not providing the children the space that they need to emotionally process the fact that the parents yanked them out of their lives in about 3 days and guilting them and calling them all kinds of names like spoiled savage, etc. This interaction with, I don't know how old that girl was there, Kody, but I'm glad you were so excited about it.
And this woman is role-playing Elizabeth Howland. She's not breaking character. And I get a little bit demure. I'm literally in this place and I feel like I'm walking on holy ground. Would you mind standing next to me for a moment as she draws a portrait of us? Partly because this is the great-great-grandmother of the founder of our church, but also because of the humongous sacrifice these people made to be there, to cross over in the Mayflower in such harsh circumstances. And I'm feeling almost overwhelmed by this spirit and this attitude.
Whoa, but that was not demure, that was not mindful, that was not classy, that was not cutesy. That was literally a lot of words for him trying to excuse himself, fangirling, getting giddy and excited, and hitting on what I can assume is probably about a 19-year-old, and I'm being very, very generous with that. Real upstanding guy stuff. I know we're gonna work in all that other stuff to make it seem like that's not what happened, but that was, okay? So, gaslighting Christine through the entire season. That's just kind of a theme, so I'm not necessarily gonna show you a bunch of clips from that. Just the whole Christine moment. She's got a whole moment. Then the wife and you pressuring all the other wives into doing my sister wives closet when the idea for the gym was actually probably a much more viable business decision. This.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you again.
You guys can leave for a second. This is just between me and Bill. Bill? Kody becomes Bill's friend later on, and I know it's not directly his fault that Bill is horrible. However, if someone treated my spouse like that, if I had one, they certainly wouldn't be my friend anymore, saying basically ridiculous and what the hell statements like this on the one night that he actually parented out of the whole season.
Why are you sniffing that?
Because it's all good.
Okay, listen, we're gonna have a little chat about markers and sniffing. Sniffing glue, paint, or markers is very harmful to your body.
It's actually scented markers. Like they're supposed to be smelled.
Really? Wow, what were they thinking?
In that same vein, always blaming everyone else when you don't understand something or aren't attentive enough to look at the floor.
Honey, I told you to look and look and look.
That's the stuff right there.
Oh, to mount it?
Yes, I've been chasing all over the place, and it was here.
I didn't know.
I
didn't know. I didn't know.
Well, I'm not blaming you.
I'm not blaming you. However, it did feel like you were blaming her. Now that we're getting into further seasons, now that we're at season 3, we're gonna need a part 2 because there's a lot. It just gets worse over time. Escalation. I'll see you there.